This is Blend Club for February 2017. The tobacco we're going to be reviewing is Dunhill's Nightcap. Alright, first, to get started, I'm going to read a little bit of statistics, and this is provided by Tobacco Reviews. Dunhill Nightcap, a rich blend for late in the day. It is a slow, lasting smoke. Just prior to packing, expensive Perique tobacco is added to enhance the bouquet. The brand is Dunhill. It's blended by Dunhill. It's manufactured by the Scandinavian Tobacco Group, and it's an English blend. The contents are Latakia, Oriental Turkish, that is, Perique, and Virginia. There's no flavoring. It's a ribbon cut. The strength is strong. There is no flavoring detected. The taste is full, and the room note is tolerable. Now, to give you a little background, personal background on this blend, due to all the hype around this blend, I was apprehensive about trying it. A lot of the words used were harsh and heavy, and a Latakia hit, and make sure that you smoke it on a full stomach, and make sure that you're not planning on going anywhere because of the large nicotine hit you may take from it. So, as you can imagine, I was apprehensive. But then on the other hand, people were saying it was smooth, and it was deep, and it was flavorful. So I was torn. So I finally decided, you know what, I'm going to give this a try and just see what happens. And I was pleasantly surprised. So, as always, I take my tobacco and I put it into a canning jar. You've got the tobacco right there in front of you. Let's take a look at it. This is something else that I was pleasantly surprised, or it was different from what I thought it would be when I opened it and looked at it. You know, from all the hype about it, I thought it was going to be a real dark and deep and you know, menacing looking tobacco, but it's not. It's got all kinds of flavor, or all kinds of different colors that go along with it. It's got the Virginias. I can see the yellow Virginias, the dark Periques, and then just different shades of brown. So it's a very colorful looking blend. As always, before I smoke my pipe, what I like to do is I like to take the tobacco. I do this every time. It's just a ritual. And I take in a couple of deep breaths in through my nose to give it a nice smell and see what I can smell. Well, there's definitely Latakia. It's definitely a Latakia forward, and I'm not getting a whole bunch more. Maybe a hint of Oriental there, just a slight Oriental in the background, but I'm getting mostly Latakia. The moisture level for mine, at least, was what I call Goldilocks. It was not too moist, not too dry. So it was pretty much perfect. So I didn't really have to set it aside and allow it to dry before I started smoking it. Well, I've loaded my pipe and I'm ready to start smoking. So let's see what we taste together. Okay. one thing right off the bat, it's very velvety, very smooth. I get the Latakia. I can taste that smoky campfire, woodsy, leathery kind of taste. But it's not overwhelming. You would assume by smelling it that you get that heavy Latakia, and I would think I'm going to get some heavy Latakia and that's all I'm going to taste. But no, that Latakia is smooth, and it's there, but it's not overwhelming. And I can also taste the Oriental. I get that a little bit of tartness from the Oriental. But what's interesting is Orientals by themselves are a strong tobacco as well. But it's reacting the same way as the Latakia. It's not overwhelming the blend. Now, I'm not getting any spice from the Perique. I'm not sensing any of that. So I'm assuming that they're using the Perique to pull back the combination of the Latakia and the Orientals. They're pulling back like the reins on a horse. They're not allowing either one to come forward. And then the Virginia supplies just a hint of sweetness, just enough sweetness to make the blend all come together. And the thing about it is I was apprehensive for nothing, because I have smoked this blend, in the last month or so 10 times to give it a good review, and I have never gotten a nick hit from it. Nicotine in this blend for some reason does not affect me. Now it does in other blends, but for this blend it doesn't affect me at all. Something else though is there are certain blends that I know that may give me a nicotine buzz if I retrohale. So in this blend I didn't retrohale at all. That might be a reason why I'm not getting any nicotine buzz at all off of it. But like I said, it's smooth, velvety. I can taste the Latakias and the Orientals, but they're not overwhelming. They combine together very nicely. And I think the addition of the Perique takes those two tobacco elements and reins them in, draws them back to where they're not too harsh. And then you've got the sweetness from the Virginia that just really just makes it an overall well-rounded blend. And I like it quite a bit. But that's just it. I only like it. I don't love it. It's one of these blends where if I am smoking the blends that are my favorites and I'm a little bit tired of it, and I said, I want to change. I want something different. Nightcap. I haven't smoked that in a while. And then there are occasions where if it's snowing outside or it's raining really hard or windy, really cold, and it's late at night, then I enjoy a nice pipe full of Nightcap. So because of that, because that's not something that I absolutely love, but I do like it, I don't love it. My rating is 3 smiley face emojis. It is a good blend, and I do enjoy it, but it's just not one of my overall favorites. All right. I want to remind everyone, that's it for this review. On your review, I'd appreciate it if you would put your rating first so that potential someone who wants to look at buying this blend will go down through there and see the rating first, and then give your review. So please put, or this way, I don't know, put your emoji rating first, then do your review. All right, next month's tobacco that we're going to be reviewing is Gawith and Hoggarth and Company's Sweet Maple Twist. And if you'll notice, it's a rope. Now, some things to know about rope tobacco, or well, this tobacco in particular, is the best way to prepare this is to cut the end of the rope into coins. And you can either fold and stuff into your pipe, or you can break it up into ribbon and put it into your pipe that way. I prefer ribbon because I just, for some reason, I can't get coins or the folding stuff to stay lit well enough. Now, some concerns that you might need to know about this blend is that even though it's an aromatic, I call it a heavy aromatic. It will have a tendency to ghost your pipe. So if you've got a pipe, if you've got a briar pipe that you smoke everything in and you don't mind a little ghosting, then that's the pipe you should use for this. Don't use it on something that you're going to smoke something like a Virginia, straight Virginia, or a vapor in, because it will ghost. You will be able to taste this for the first 3 to 5 bowls. The best pipe, I think, to smoke this blend out of would be a corncob pipe. So that's it. That's our next blend club for March. Is going to be Sweet Maple Twist. Also, something else. It is a very heavy blend. So when you smoke it, make sure to light it and sip it. Don't freight train it. Just sip it, because it will have the ability to give you a nicotine head rush, or you may get nicotine sickness from it. So just be very careful when you smoke this blend, because it has the potential to give you some nicotine sickness. All right, well, that's it for Blend Club for February. I want to remind you, or I want to let you know that smoking a pipe is not just a hobby. It is a frame of mind. Until next Blend Club, we'll see you.